How are you, sir? What's your name?
My name is Larry Holmes Jr. the third.
What do you think about the cut budget for the school?
You know, I wasn't really aware of it, and probably most parents out there are not aware of what's going on. But just to give you a brief description, because it was brought to my attention by the 52nd Early Education Principal, Mr. Lavallo, brought it to my attention that Sacramento is only giving so much funds to the School Board of Education, and they have to make budget cuts. And they've decided that they want to cut the early education program for the kids, which is wrong.
Can you explain how it's going to affect the economy?
Well, in a couple of ways. That's a good question, too. You see, once they do these budget cuts, the teachers are going to lose jobs. Parents, poor parents, middle-class parents, and even some rich parents, they're not going to have the money or the funds to get babysitters or send their kids to different types of play centers so they can be able to be watched.
Who's going to take care of your children when you are at work?
That's another main issue that I see here. That's going to be really hard because it's going to make a lot of parents that are working now. And in today's economy, the mother and the father is working. And if this happens, eventually somebody's going to have to stop working because somebody has to watch the kids.
Do you have to work 2 jobs overtime to pay a babysitter?
Well, with the early education program, it was very beneficial for me, and I guess to many others as well, because I'm able to take my child who started in the program since he was 2, and he's been in the program for 2 years, and I've seen a great development out of him. If it wasn't for the early education program, I don't know what would I do. I would have to either cut my hours at the job, or basically if the job didn't put up with it, I guess I'm going to have to be the one that babysits, and I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, Mr. Holmes, how do you think that we can get to a solution?
It starts with the parents. It's not so much the school board's fault. It's the people down in Sacramento. Down in Sacramento, they issue the money to the school board, and the school board has to figure out where that money can go because they're only getting so much because of the budget cuts out of Sacramento. The only way we're going to solve this problem is somebody has to take a stance. Not only the parents, but Sacramento, the school board, everybody has to look at the bigger picture. If we cut these programs, what's going to happen to our kids when they enter kindergarten? Now, if they have these programs when they enter kindergarten, they'll be ready for school.
It is true that you're going to Good Morning America on Monday morning talking about this problem.
Yes. I've been very active ever since the principal told me about this because, like I said, I was blind to the situation too. I wouldn't know anything about this. Yes, I went to a couple of, not protesters, but where we can voice our opinion to certain board members. And on some of those occasions, I even made my own shirts out. And my slogan on my shirt, it says, you do the math. If you take away money from the school board, well, then that equals taking away money from our kids.
So my last question, do you think that you're going to be able to be paying a babysitter back again to the babysitter? Do you think that you're going to be able to pay it?
Frankly, not. My wife wanted to be independent. She wanted to do her own thing, get her own job, because that's the way I feel in society. That if a woman wants to work, she can work, as well as a man. If he wants to work, he can work. But if this happens, then she's going to have to quit her job. Where's her independence? Down the drain. I mean, it's a shame. It's a shame on Sacramento. I mean, if you're going to cut something else. And from the rumors that I hear, they were quoted to say that if a child doesn't read by the age of 3, that he's going to come in contact with some type of law enforcement. Well, I'm here to say this. If they do cut the early education programs, then that statement is going to be true. Because where we need to start is with the kids at a young age. If we can get them in school at the earliest age that we can, then in the future, those people that are trying to build the prisons, our kids could be the one that's mentoring the ones that are in the prisons.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you for your time.